Look, in One Piece after Rayleigh, Scopper Gaban is the only character who was shown to us quite early in the manga. You might not remember, but in One Piece chapter 19 we were first introduced to Gaban in Buggy's flashback. However, at that time we didn't know that he was a member of Roger's crew. Now you can imagine how important his appearance in Elbaf would be. Also, Gaban obviously knows exactly what happened in the God Valley incident. This means he could provide bits of information if the topic of the God Valley incident is ever discussed in the arc. The second relevant knowledge that Gaban holds is about Shanks' history. Since Gaban was present in God Valley, it's highly likely that he knows how they acquired baby Shanks from there. Given that Shanks' twin is currently in Elbaf, once Gaban sees him, he will surely reveal information about this lore. Additionally, Shamrock mentioned that their next move is to take the young giants of Elbaf hostage. This means that they are now heading to Walrus School. Based on recent chapters, Ripley is currently there, and since we just found out that Ripley is Gaban's wife, and their child is there too, Gaban will likely rush to their location. Lastly, the final relevant knowledge that Gaban possesses is about the history of the world. Since he was part of the Roger pirates who reached Laugh-Tale, he most likely knows about the lore of the sun and its reincarnation in the future. He will then realize that the future he has been waiting for is now in front of him, the long-awaited new sun god. And of course, for this to happen, he needs to force Luffy to use Gear 5. But we all know, Luffy, he doesn't overpower a situation if he knows his opponent isn't worthy or doesn't stand a chance against him, just like how he only used Gear 4 against Road's subordinates, or how he simply attacked Loki with basic Gear 4 because he knew Loki was chained up and had no way to fight back. So there was no point in using Gear 5. As for Gaban, it seems like Luffy hasn't sensed his true strength yet. In other words, he's still underestimating him. That's why Gaban's challenge to Luffy will definitely escalate into a serious battle. He will show why he was the left-hand man of the former pirate king, Roger. So, we can expect that this won't just be a light battle but an intense one where both fighters will struggle against each other. This fight will only be interrupted once Scopper Gaban senses Shamrock's haki again. If Gaban realizes that Shamrock's haki is at the location of his wife and child, he might be alarmed and rush to them. That's just my speculation though. Anyway, regarding the information about the man with the mark of flames, many fans are connecting this figure to Scopper Gaban. This is because, in his revealed appearance in the latest chapter, if you look closely at his face, he has a mark that looks like a burn. However, for me, I'm still 50-50 on whether Gaban is really the man with the mark of flames or not. There are reasons to believe he is, but there are even more reasons to think he isn't. For example, the decision-making surrounding this revelation suggests that major whirlpools appear in the sea whenever a ship approaches him. One reason to believe that Scopper Gaban is not the man with the mark of flames is the information from the latest chapter stating that he has been living in Elbaf for 20 years. However, the counter-argument here is that based on this same chapter, his outfit is very similar to the character we saw drinking with Crocus. This suggests that Gaban doesn't just stay in Elbaf but also travels from time to time, meaning he likely has a ship. As per Laffite's statement, if you recall my theory video about the man with the mark of flames, I mentioned that the ship he was referring to could actually be the Oro Jackson. Since this ship is directly linked to Gold D. Roger, it had to be hidden. It's possible that Gaban coated the Oro Jackson with armament haki or simply painted it black to prevent the Marines and the world government from recognizing it. Another supporting factor is Gaban's role as a navigator. If there was any Roger Pirates member assigned to hide the Oro Jackson, Gaban would be the perfect candidate. Plus, since he is in Elbaf where the Tree of Adam, the primary material used to build the Oro Jackson, can be found, any damaged parts of the ship could be easily replaced. As for the claim that massive whirlpools appear whenever someone approaches the man with the mark of flames, if Gaban really is this figure, I don't believe this phenomenon is caused solely by devil fruit powers. I think it's actually a result of his Conqueror's haki, meaning he is using the power of a true king to generate such an effect. Yes, this is possible because we've seen Shanks demonstrate one of the unique abilities of Conqueror's haki, which fans call Bluetooth haki. Unlike the usual Conqueror's haki, which spreads its power outward, the one Shanks used on Admiral Greenbull was targeted directly at him. This means there could be more branches of Conqueror's haki yet to be revealed. Who knows? This might be what Gaban teaches Luffy in the Elbaf arc. Speaking of Gaban being a navigator, there are also claims that the man with the mark of flames possesses the fourth road poneglyph. For those who don't know, the main role of a navigator in a pirate crew is to guide them to their destinations. They are the most knowledgeable about which routes to take. If we assume that Gaban was indeed the navigator of the Roger Pirates, it makes sense that he would be the one hiding the fourth road poneglyph. After all, these poneglyphs serve a crucial purpose. They contain the coordinates needed to reach Laugh-Tale. This means that if the Roger pirates held copies of the road poneglyphs, Gaban would likely have been the one keeping them, given his role as navigator. The counter-argument to this is, if Gaban really holds the fourth road poneglyph, why hasn't Shanks taken it from him? Based on calculations, Shanks is only missing one more road poneglyph, meaning he could reach Laugh-Tale once he obtains it. Anyway, that wraps up our discussion on the impact of reviewing the Elbaf arc. Some other key topics from Chapter 1131, such as the Black Circle Star, the comparisons between Luffy, Gaban, and Sanji, and the movements of the two Holy Knights, will be covered in our next video. Stay tuned to the channel. I hope you enjoyed this discussion about the left-hand man of the former Pirate King Roger. That's all. Peace.